If you're new to jazz and you see chords like these, you probably don't know what to solo over them, but I bet you already know the minor pentatonic. The good news is we can use pentatonic scales to solo over the minor cadence. The minor cadence is the second, the fifth, and the first degree of a minor scale. Since the fifth degree wants some tension to be resolved to the first degree, let's exchange that boring G minor chord that naturally exists in the C minor scale for a G dominant altered chord. An altered chord is a dominant chord that has a tension that's altered, like a flat 9, a sharp 9, or flat 13, for example. Hi, my jazz friends all over the world. My name is Sandra Sherman and I simplify jazz for you. Please hit that like button, the subscribe button, and also that little bell notification so you never miss a new video of mine. We can play these minor pentatonic scales over the minor cadence. Look how 3 of the scales fit over all the chords, like the F minor, G minor, and the C minor pentatonic. But you can also change the scale from one chord to the next, or even mix pentatonics within a chord. Now let's start easy. We can play the F minor pentatonic throughout the entire 2-5-1. And we start with that first pattern here, really simple. And one way to make it more interesting is starting on beat, on an off beat, 1 and. So 1 and this was a triad already, F minor triad, so another concept. Then a little rest again, and I start on an off beat again, leading into a triplet. And that's the F minor 7. That's the 7th here, into the triplet, and now a little rest again, starting on an offbeat again. So offbeats are a good thing in jazz. Okay, and we use a lot of these intervals of fourths in the pentatonic. One side down, the other one up. Okay, and now a triplet again. And fourth, back to fourths again. Right side up, left side down. Descending, so ascending, descending. Okay, here's the whole thing at slow tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. If you want to dig deeper into jazz playing, check out my starter packs. I have all different kinds of genres like Latin, jazz, blues. You learn how to do the rhythm comping, you learn how to improvise. There are chord melody packages on my lesson shop. And all the lesson material is included, like the tabs, guitar pro tabs, including tabs and notation, backing tracks, and of course the link to the detailed video tutorials. The price on these packages is a no-brainer, so click the link down below in the description box and grab yours now. Okay, let's level up the fun. Now we're going to be using 3 different minor pentatonic scales. The G minor pentatonic over D half diminished, the F minor over G altered, and the C minor over C minor. So G minor, first pattern. F minor is the second pattern over the G altered. And C minor is the fourth pattern over the C minor. All right, we start with something called a pivot arpeggio. pivot arpeggios, you start with the highest note of the arpeggio. In this case, we want to play a G minor triad, and we start with the highest note, and then go down, right, and back up again, and go up to the 7th even. So it's a G minor 7, but the first one is only G minor. And I also add a triplet. So add a lot of these cool concepts, and you get interesting sounds, right? Then I go down a 4th, which we really love to do with pentatonics, and I start another. Well, this is sus arpeggio, okay? Because okay, so first bar. Now we go to the F minor pentatonic, and of course I play one of the notes that does not occur or appear, what's the word, in the G minor pentatonic scale, because I want to make the listener hear the difference. So I use that A flat first. Also, that A flat is the flat 9 of the G altered chord, which sounds great. But if you just target the notes that are really different from the previous one, from the previous scale, you're good to go. Then a little chromatic, because why not? We're in jazz, and now I'm landing on the C minor, on the 3rd of the C minor chord and C minor scale. Again, I do a little jump, a little skip. That's the arpeggio. I see it in the chord here. And then I play C minor 7 arpeggio. And I like to play it from the 7th, really. And that's it. Here it is at slow tempo. 3, 4. Let's move up here into this position for D half diminished. I'll be using the F minor pentatonic here. And I use an F minor 7 arpeggio right away with a triplet. I start on the offbeat. That's a thing that Charlie Parker used to do all the time. 1 and triplet. So when you practice arpeggios, like, don't just practice them like this, but start on the offbeat, followed by an 8th note and a triplet. That's a recipe for you. Then I continue my arpeggio, but in 8 notes, regular 8 notes. And then I land on the B flat. A little rest, and now for the G altered, we use the C blues scale. C minor pentatonic with an added flat 5th. The flat 5th is G flat, so here's another one. And we use this one with the C on top. That may sound awkward at first. If you're a little advanced, C is the avoid tone for G altered, which we are right now. So why do I use that as a steady top note? Well, because in a minor cadence, in C minor, it's somehow okay, and also this is kind of a riffy thing. And I mean, listen to it. It sounds really awesome. It's not always that an avoid note is treated as don't play it at all, you know. Also, we play diads, so in the context of a diad, it's really different. I play these guys, and then I hammer onto the blue note. Also on the offbeat, 1 and 2 and 3, and I play that twice. 1, then a little add-on. You can let that ring or play it short. Usually in jazz everything is short, but I mean I think I like it better a little long here. And then another little add-on, it's like a motif, and that's the answer, the reply. Yeah. So here it is at slow tempo. 3, 4, 1. You can help to keep the free video tutorials of this channel running by becoming a member of the channel, and you can do so by clicking the join button right next to the subscribe button, which also grants you access to my mini lessons. You can also say a little thank you by clicking the thanks button and donate a little something. This really helps with the productions of the videos. Thanks a lot. All right, to the next pattern. We are here now, and I'm gonna be using two scales now within the same chord. So for D half diminished, I'll use the F minor pentatonic, and here's a reason why F minor fits, by the way. You can visually see that. Here is a part, this is an F minor triad. F minor, if I exchange the root F for D, you get a D half diminished. That's like an F minor with the 16th bass, right? That's why the F minor pentatonic fits. And I'm going to be playing an F minor 7 arpeggio, pivot arpeggio again. This would be the F minor 7. I start with the highest note again, Charlie Parker thing, to the lowest and the rest. Then I do the same with the C minor arpeggio, which is like the C minor pentatonic, really. Right? So this is the arpeggio for C minor, C, E flat, G, B flat. I start with the B flat. So what I have is, here we are, F, C, all over that D half diminished, okay? And then I play the F blues scale. That's the F minor pentatonic here. And that B is the flat 5 of F. And that fits over G altered. We had that already. So if you have a G altered chord, G dominant chord with alterations, you go down a whole tone to F and you play the F minor pentatonic or the F blues scale with that added flat fifth. Okay, and we're gonna be playing a real quick pull, pull, pull. Okay? One, it starts on the offbeat. 1 and 2 and 3. Oh, sorry. And then a nice C minor triad over C minor. That's a C minor pentatonic here in the first pattern. All right, here it is at slow tempo. 2, 3, 4. So for the last lick, I only use one scale, the C minor scale throughout, C minor pentatonic. But it's a little tricky because I use a lot of fourths and they're not so easy to play all the time. So first of all, we are in this pattern here. It's the second pattern in C minor pentatonic. I start, here's the thing, as I explained to you in the previous licks before. You start on the right hand side, B string, E string, go down the left hand side, E string, B string, next string pair, G and B string, right hand side, and left hand side. So this is like right, left, left, and you change the string pairs every time. Rest, then I do right hand side, that's a third, but that's because the pattern is like that. We don't exclusively have fourths in pentatonics. 1 and 2 and rest again. Rest again. And that's actually a nice little sixth here. Rest, a little longer, and the ending phrase. That's it. Here it is at slow tempo. 3, 4. Please give this video a fab thumbs up because it's so important for me as a creator. Share the love and the knowledge. Check out all my stuff, my pentatonic playlists and my bundles in the shop. And I hope to see you next week. Servus, Baba.